Um,
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Move the camera a little down. Yes. Good.
Is it okay now?
Yes. Okay. So hello, my name is Aksa. I'm the person you've been talking to, and I'm here representing the Orchid organization.
My name is Ayan.
And my name is Shilpi.
So thank you for being here today. And if you are okay with it, we can start the interview right away.
Hi everyone. Yes, I'm okay with it. You can start now, Aksa.
Okay, thank you. So to kind of start off, I was wondering if you could tell us your name and then just a little bit about your journey so far and how you kind of dealt with any of the stress and pressures that you had along the way.
Okay. So hello everybody. I am Dr. Naghma Javed and I have done PhD in psychology, in health psychology rather. And my professional journey is rather very interesting because I started my career as a lecturer in psychology and I continued for say about 15 years as a lecturer and then assistant professor and then HOD of psychology department in Lucknow. And then I decided, so what I was teaching, like in a theory basis, I wanted to apply it to general people. So I started working as a counselor. I opened my own organization with the name Sujav Foundation. And I joined HCL Technologies as a life coach. So presently, I'm working with HCL as a life coach, and I'm counseling the employees there who are having any issues about mental health and enjoying it. Yes. Yes, Shilpi?
Thank you. So, since you're a psychologist, you probably deal a lot with stress when it comes to different patients that you meet, both physical and mental. However, right now I'd like to focus a bit more on mental stress. There are two different types of stress, eustress and distress. How do you think that people who have not learned this distinction yet can be able to distinguish between those two types? And how do you think we can prevent eustress from becoming distress?
Okay, thank you, Shilpi. It is actually very few people know the difference between distress and eustress, and I'm glad that you know and understand the difference between the two because it is a psychological term and it is, I mean, you're too young to understand that, but good that you know it already. So while talking to my talking to the employees of HCL and other people who come to for the counseling, uh, earlier people were not like if I had asked few months back how are you, then everybody would say okay, I'm good, fine, awesome, fantastic, responses like that. Everybody was okay, but today we are not okay. We are actually not fine because we are not going to office, we are working from the home, and we are not going to school. The kids are not going to school, and that is a big problem too. The kids are at home all the time. So 24/7 we are at home, and there are a lot of things that are troubling us, bothering us. We feel like the productivity is suffering because we are not as creative as we used to be. And then working from home is very stressful, although we don't have to commute every day. But then working from home means like there are a lot of interruptions in between, and people who come to me for counseling are facing all these problems. Sometimes there's a doorbell ringing, sometimes there's your child wants something, or your husband wants something, or your wife asks you to go and get something. So all these disturbances are there. We are not able to focus on work alone. We are like, so this is a stressful situation. Like we have targets at home, targets at work as well, and we have to combine the two. So it is getting very difficult to balance the two because the work has its own demands, the house has its own demands, and we have to meet the both. Like some children are not, the parents are living with them, and they have to take care of their health as well. And if they are not living with them as well, then also they have to take care of their health. Like they have to arrange for them, they should be taken care of properly. And otherwise it keeps bothering them that what if something happens, what if I get infected, what if any member of my family get infected. So all these things are bothering us so much. So initially we were in the stage where we were, there are many stages of, if we ever come across any problematic or this kind of situation, then there are very many stages. First, there is anger, then there is, disappointment, then frustration, and finally we have come to on terms with this reality. This is the situation and it is going to stay. So it is like acceptance. So we have accepted the situation now, and we are, now it is time to make peace with it. This is the situation. You have to work from home, you have to study from home, and now, so it's better that you concentrate on what you can do and what you cannot do. See, there are always two options in life. There are things that you can change and there are things that you cannot change. And so we must not focus on things that we cannot change, because otherwise it will be very stressful. People are not following the hygiene rules. People are not doing that. All this will be create a lot of stress for us, because these things are beyond our control. We cannot control it. So what we can control, we must focus on that only, that part of things that we can. So if we'll focus on that, then we will be able to deal with the situation in a better way. So this situation is stressful for everybody, and we are coping with it. So I get a lot of complaints about aggression. People are feeling very aggressive, and then people are feeling very agitated, and sometimes they say, I can't sleep properly. I am feeling, because I'm feeling anxiety, anxiousness, sleeplessness, and there are a lot many, even the relationship issues are there. When 24/7 you are together, there are bound to be problems. With the children, you are having problems. The parents are having problem with the children, because every time the parents are seeing what you are doing. Are you studying or not? Are you eating or not? Are you talking to your friends? You must have noticed all these things happening at your places also. So this is going on, and then 24/7 when you're together, there's no me time, there's no respite from the scene. It's all the time you're together. So this is creating a lot of problems. So there are many relationship issues also that I'm facing, and I'm seeing that people are having a lot of problems, and to the extent, unfortunately, that there is a rise in the cases of domestic violence as well. I have seen many cases of domestic violence in the last 3 months. People are complaining about the domestic violence also. So all this is taking its toll on us. We are getting affected. Our mental health is getting affected. So these are the problems that people are generally facing. Yes, Ayan?
I love the innovations that you're making through your work in technology. Regarding this, many teenagers, young adults, and even children dream of making a meaningful change in the world. However, they usually feel that they're too young or don't know enough to be able to do so. Is there anything anything you'd like to tell them in regards to making a change?
Okay, yes, sure. Ayan. See, there are a lot of things that we can do. We can see everything is in the mind. And if you change your mindset, the most powerful thing that we have is the mindset. And if we can bring changes in the mindset, we can bring changes in the life and in the lifestyle as well. So what we have to do, there are many ways we can cope with this kind of stressful situation that we are in. There are many ways that we can do, help ourselves in coping with the situation. And what I suggest to my to the employers who are coming, or to the patients who are coming, or to the clients who are coming to me, that this is the situation, like progressive muscle relaxation can be one technique. Stress management, for managing the stress, there can be many techniques. So what I personally believe in and I personally advocate is mindfulness. Mindfulness is a very good technique to be, present at the moment. It is like why 47%, one study of Harvard shows that 47% times our mind is wandering off. We are all the time thinking about the past, regretting the things that happened in the past, or worried about the future. We are not living in the present. So this is what is creating problem. This is what is bothering us all the time, because our mind is getting diverted all the time. So many thoughts are coming into our mind, and we are not able to focus on one thing. So today in this session, I would like to talk about mindfulness and how mindfulness can help us to deal with the situation that is stressful, situation that is anxiety provoking, situation that is painful for us. So mindfulness is, many people think that mindfulness is like meditation. Meditation, of course, is a way of mindfulness, but meditation is not the only way. There are so many ways. Like at the right now, when you are watching this video, you are holding your phone in your hand. If you focus how heavy the phone is, whether the phone is hot, warm, or cold, or what is if you are sitting on a chair, which part of your body is getting supported by the chair. If you focus on each and every aspect of the present situation, then it is mindfulness. If you are eating, eat slowly and savor every bite that you take. Enjoy it and don't watch TV or do other things while don't do other things while eating, because this all this will be, sorry, so all this will be because once you'll be focusing on what, say suppose you're watching TV and eating, so what will happen, you will not be able to focus on the food that you are eating or what you're eating. So you have to chew slowly, eat, enjoy every bite that you take. See what flavors it has, how aromatic the food is. So once you start enjoying it, you'll be able to focus. So what happens basically, because once you live on in the present, your mind, brain relaxes and you feel relaxed, and that is the technique that works basically. So like I have seen many people who go for walks and they have earphones in their ear and listening to music. But I would suggest that when you go out for walk or exercise or jog or cycling, anything, so focus on that at that time on your exercise rather than on the song. You can listen to song later on. So do one thing at a time. There cannot be multitasking. It is not good for your health. We all the time are doing multitasking, but that is not good. I mean, multitasking, you cannot be, your mind cannot be diverted at two places at the same time. You have to focus, and once you focus, you will feel good. Like I'm sharing a personal experience here. Like say some years back, I was in a very bad mental state, and I was going through a rough patch of my life. And during that time, I started learning driving. So what happened, whenever I used to go for driving, I used to feel a lot better. So what happened there? You know, at that time when I was driving, my full concentration was on this, on the mirror, on the road, and on the steering. I was not thinking about anything else. That made me relax. Your brain slows down and that makes you relax. So relaxation is the thing that is needed actually, because so many thoughts are coming. So what, how we can do it in the classroom? I'm sure that when you must be attending your lecture, your mind must be wondering of, oh, I'm feeling hungry, I'm feeling cold, oh, what is there in lunch today, how I'm going to talk to my friend today, how last night I didn't like what he said or she said. All these things must be coming to your mind. So one suggestion or one trick is, like when you are attending lecture, start writing it down. So once you will start writing it down, there will be not, you thoughts cannot escape. You cannot think about anything else except in, like you will be able to focus then. So mindfulness is one thing that why I strongly recommend to my patients, to my clients, to people who come for counseling to me, because it helps. It really helps. It helps to de-stress your life. It helps to fight with anxiety. It helps to deal with insomnia, like people are having problems. Even it even builds creativity and enhances your immunity also. It can, you know, help you to do work better way and relax, make you relax. So mindfulness, one thing that can be used as a technique to fight with stress. There are so many other techniques also. So one demonstration I want to give for mindfulness, you close your eyes, all of you, close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes, guys, close your eyes. Concentrate on your breathe. Slowly breathe in and feel the breath going inside your body. Slowly feel it going to your chest, then your stomach. Now, very slowly exhale. Keep repeating this deep breathing exercise for at least 3 minutes, and you can increase doing it. Okay, you can open your eyes now. This is a small demonstration. We can have a full session on it later on or sometime if you want to. So, mindfulness is very effective and you can try. See, there are 5 keywords that are there. What you practice grows stronger, whatever you practice. Have you noticed the taxi drivers? They have a very good sense of navigation. Why it is so? Because they are dealing with it every day. Whatever you do every day, the farmers who are doing plantation, whatever you practice, it becomes stronger. So if you practice, it seems difficult to practice yoga or mindfulness or breathing exercise, but if you practice it, say for 21 days, if you practice, because if you practice anything for 21 days, it becomes a habit. So it will be easier for you then. And trust me, once you'll maintain it like at a fixed time of every day, if you practice it, it will be very beneficial for you. It will be very helpful for you. So these are the few tips that I wanted to give about mindfulness. Mindfulness is not only about meditation, it is meditation also, but mindfulness is everywhere. So right now, like you are listening to me and paying attention or trying to pay attention to whatever I'm saying, I mean, that is also mindfulness. If you're focused here and now, instead, if you'll focus when the talk will be over, when the interview will be over, what I was doing, when I'll get my lunch or dinner, whatever, what all these things will be coming into your mind, then you'll not be able to focus here. If you'll not be able to focus, then you'll not be able to efficient, and you will be under stress all the time. So this is one thing that I wanted to tell you.
I think what you talked about was really great with being mindfulness, and you gave a lot of strategies to be mindful, from breath exercises to doing meditation or yoga, or just kind of focusing all your energy on one task at a time instead of kind of just multitasking. To kind of just build off of that, I was wondering if you had some strategies that we could implement in our everyday lives to deal with stress itself, like beyond mindfulness.
Yes, Aksa, of course we can. You do deal with the stress, and stress is, I mean, every problem that we have is within our control. Everything needs to be worked. Suppose you are having issues with the time management. You are stressed because this is one example that I'm taking. There can be many reasons for being stressful. So suppose you are stressful because of the time management. So what you'll do, you will divide your work into 4 sections. What is urgent, like the mails that you have to answer, the calls that you have to take, the assignments that you have to finish, this is urgent. So you'll keep this in the urgent column. Like if you divide it into 4 quadrants, then the urgent one will be like whatever cannot be postponed, whatever has to be done. Then there must be few things that you can plan about, like I have to submit this assignment after 1 week time I have, so I'll work for, let's say, about half an hour every day, and I'll complete this, or whatever time you decide. So this can be one way. And in the third quadrant, we will keep things that you can delegate. So like you have family members, you have team in the office as well, in the school as well, everywhere we have people with us. So we can delegate whatever work is there and has to be done. So suppose we have to make a presentation, then I can say that, okay, Ayan will start uh, make work on the deck, and Aksa will work on this, and Shruti will work on this. So I'll distribute the work with the among my team members. And then the last quadrant, which is very important and which we ignore. The last quadrant is about what we can eliminate actually, like checking WhatsApp, checking Twitter or Insta or any social account. We can do that whenever we have free time, but not when we are working or when we are actually on work. So we cannot do that. So this is we can avoid. So to make life less stressful, we have to plan, we have to schedule everything, and we have to stick to that schedule. If we keep on changing it, it will again be stressful, because at the end of the day, your work will not be done, and you'll be worried what I will submit tomorrow, how will I face the meeting, how will I face the clients, all these things will bother you. So one strategy is time management. There can be so many others.
Thank you. What you said is really important, and I know it's something that a lot of students struggle with, including myself.
Yeah,
Um,
I know.
which is actually what I wanted to ask you in my next question, especially since you also mentioned insomnia before, because a lot of recent studies have shown that teenagers, especially high school students, oftentimes show the highest rates of insomnia because additional stress from school, because now everything that we do in school counts for how we're going to where we'll go for college, how we'll do in college. So we often spend a lot of our nights studying. We often get distracted very easily as a result, and our sleep schedules are very poor because of that. How do you think we can begin to handle the stress while also getting in the same amount of efficient studying done?
Okay, the very relevant questions, Shilpi. I see a lot of students facing this problem, including my children. They are also like all the time studying late in the night and getting up late in the morning, and they're saying that I have so much to study, and then I was not able to sleep. And I say, why you are not sleeping? Then they said, no, I was not able to sleep. Why not? They were not able to sleep. I'll tell you what. You have lot of screen time. Your screen time is so much that your mind is not able to relax. When you are exposed to the either on the telephone or on the computers, you're all the time hooked to the screen. So this is one thing. The other thing is that we are sleeping with lot of baggages, like this has to be done. Oh my god, I have to send this mail and I forgot to send this mail. My friend made this remark, I don't know why she made this remark. I'm so upset with her. I will give her an answer tomorrow. uh, what I had for food for dinner tonight was not good. Tomorrow I'm going to have something good. So many big and small thoughts are coming into your mind and disturbing your minds. That is why it is said that if you develop a habit of reading a book before you sleep, it will help you. Because what happens, and even if people are saying some dua or offering some mantra, it is not that prayer is making you sleep. It is the time when you are focusing on one thing. You are All your thoughts are gathered at one point, and that helps you going to sleep. So I would suggest to students like you to reduce the screen exposure as much as possible. Take breaks in between and make a schedule. See, if you are say believing or telling yourself that I'm studying very late and that is why I'll sleep late, I'll get up late in the morning. So what will happen? You tend to sleep for more than 8 hours. No, that is not required. 7 hours sleep is more than enough. But because you were awake till late in the night, you'll sleep late in the morning, and that then it comes to the same thing. There's no point. So make a schedule of sleeping, and before you go to bed, make sure that you have your food a little earlier. Have early dinner. That will help your food to get digested, and you will feel light and you'll be able to sleep. And when you go to sleep, you must not keep remote controls and telephones or mobile phones or laptop on your bed. All the gadgets out of the bed. The bed is for sleeping. Then there's no need of this. All these things, clutter, create disturbance in your sleep. It creates disturbance in your mind. And you can develop your habit of reading a book before sleeping, or listening to music if you want to. So focus on one thing, and that will help you to go to sleep, fall asleep.
I like how you're talking a lot about stress and time management, but I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm not the best at time management. But I have a lot of things to do. Do you have any advice on how to schedule your tasks to maximize productivity, but minimize unnecessary stress?
Ayan, the trick is that you have to plan everything in accordingly. Like you have 2 days time, plan it accordingly. What happens that we have a tendency to rush towards that. I remember I also used to complete my homework when the school was about to open. Oh my God, tomorrow I have school, I have to show my homework to my class teacher. What will I show? So I will have to do it today. So what happens? Like now, right now, I was not able, there was a difference in the time. And then I thought I'll join the call at 12. I mean 10 Indian time. But then there was a difference of the time, and I said, okay, now I have to hurry up. The children must be waiting for me. So this is what, and then situation created stress. So if you have to reach office at 10, you have to leave home at 9. If 1 hour is taken, like do something beforehand. If you have a homework or assignment that you have to submit on Saturday, try to finish it by Wednesday, not on Saturday, not on Friday night, because that will be stressful. If you keep postponing, you know what happens, we keep postponing things, and that creates stress. So plan everything and do everything according to the plan. That can be done, that can be done, trust me.
Okay, thank you for that. That was quite an insightful conversation. So to kind of end on a lighter note, I wanted to ask you what your favorite aspect of working in this field has been, and what has been your least favorite aspect, and kind of to just build up that if you had a chance to redo your entire career, would you go into the same field or pursue a different career?
Okay, so see, everything has two sides. There are some pros and some cons of everything. Nothing is perfect in this world. This is one thing that you have to always remember. There's nothing perfect in this world. Everything will have some advantages and disadvantages. So, counseling as a career gives you a lot of satisfaction. You know, when I see somebody is feeling a little better, it's not that I make a huge difference in someone's life, but if someone is feeling even a little difference, I make. If someone tells me that, ma'am, I was waiting for your call, I was looking forward to talk to you. After talking to you, I feel so better. That makes me happy. That gives me immense pleasure and satisfaction that is beyond words. So that is one good thing about my career or profession, if you say. The bad part or the sad part is that, you know, throughout the day, I have to listen to many stories which are negative in nature. You know, obviously, when people are happy, they don't go to the counselor. When people are having some kind of problem, then only they visit psychological counselor. So throughout the day, I have to address to these problems and listen to these problems. And sometimes the problems are really very serious and I feel very bad about. So my mental health at the end of the day somehow gets affected, although it should not. But I feel bad, like so many people are having this problem. Especially I'm feel very bad about domestic violence. Have a very strong feeling for that. I feel very bad for the women who are going through this. So this is one thing when I hear about it, I can't, really tell them to leave the spouse, and they are continuing with this, and that bothers me. So mental health of the counselor also gets affected in the process. But yes, given a second chance, I would like to be a counselor again, and this time maybe I'll start a little earlier.
Okay, so that concludes our interview. Thank you so much for being here today. I think on behalf of my entire team, we all really appreciate it. And this entire conversation was really great to have because mindfulness is truly such an important thing to do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It was my pleasure. Thank you. Nice talking to you guys. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.